today is Wednesday. I did not vlog at all yesterday because I really was only in my room for an extremely short amount of time, and I really just needed to get some work done while I was in here. So I didn't vlog yesterday. We were at PLC training all day. It was actually a really interesting training. I will say though, the conditions were awful. We were all in the high school cafeteria, which is on the third floor, has no air conditioning, has these giant open windows. The sun was beating down on us. This room was 90 plus degrees. I kid you not. We were all sweating something fierce. And let me tell you, by the end of the day, some of us were getting downright ripe. Yeah, that was awful conditions. But the training itself was actually really valuable. As you guys know or may not know, last year I was part of something called the Math Institute, and it's through our RISA school system, Wayne RISA. And that training is a PLC. So not only do we, one day a month go to an all-day training, but then the teachers themselves come to our building, and we have they observe us teach, they'll co-teach with us, and then at the end of the day we'll have a little meeting that lasts about an hour, and we talk about what's working, what isn't working, what do I need help with. And I like that. I like that. I know a lot of people get nervous when someone says, hey, I'm gonna pop in your room and watch you teach. That used to bother me. I've been doing this so long now, it's come on in, I don't care. So yeah, come on in, watch me teach, that's fine. And then also, I'm really open to constructive criticism. If someone sees that I'm doing something that could be improved upon, I'm not going to take offense to that. I want to know, what could I be doing better? Because I always want to be the best teacher that I can possibly be. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me, it's about my students. So I like being part of a PLC. So I'm really glad that our district is adopting the PLC model. We're actually going to be having early release on Fridays. Every Friday the students will be let out 1 hour earlier than usual so that we can get together with our grade level team meetings. So it'll be cross grade level PLC meetings. So I'm actually really excited about that. I love the chance to work together and what are you doing? Really? Is that working for you? This is what I'm doing, and this is really working for me, or I'm getting mixed results with this. So yeah, I think PLCs are great. I have some bad news. You're looking at a very tired teacher. I'm not sleeping well. And the reason I'm not sleeping well is because I've had a lot on my... There's two things going on. One, I was really upset by some news I got. And second, I can't get my brain to shut off at night. I go to bed and I'm dog tired, but it's okay, tomorrow you need to do this. And oh, you forgot to do this today. Oh, and don't forget you need to do that. And I wonder... I cannot make my brain shut up when I go to bed at night. It just keeps talking to me and talking to me. It's please stop talking. Please go to sleep. But so anyway, the bad news I got was from DonorsChoose.org. The vendor who supplies my tables and chairs is out of stock. And so DonorsChoose is telling me to go on their list of partner websites and buy replacements. The problem is there's no real options that will do for me what the ones I ordered. Everything is for little kids. If I were teaching second or under, oh my God, I could get some amazingly mind-blowing furniture. I'm teaching students who are, some of them, as tall as I am. This is 4th grade. These are bigger kids. I need larger tables, larger chairs. Well, through the list of vendors, through DonorsChoose.org, there's not options for me. And so right now I've emailed DonorsChoose saying, I have desks in the interim. I'm willing to wait for this vendor to restock. I mean, I don't care if I have to wait a month, 2 months, 3 months. I'm willing to wait for the vendor to get restocked because this really is the product that I want. You know, not to mention when I first got the news, because they sent me an email, 3 emails telling me, oh, congratulations, your funded project will soon be on its way. And then 2 days later, I get the email telling me, hi, your items are no longer available. Please choose replacements. And like I said, there are no good replacements. And so, I mean, I was at home, I was crying. You know, my husband's trying to get me to calm down because I was about to have a panic attack. I'm like, you don't understand. You know, our friends, our family, my followers paid for this furniture to come to my room. I've been talking about this furniture for months. And now all of a sudden, you know, no furniture? So that was a really rough night, and I wasn't calming down, and I did actually take one of my nerve pills because I was freaking out, guys. I was freaking out because I was, 1, disappointed, 2, I didn't know what the heck I was going to tell you guys. I mean, honestly, I mean, Ashley, she's paid hundreds of dollars toward my furniture for me, and she doesn't even know me in person. She's just a follower who wanted to help my children. So, yeah, I mean, I was dumbfounded. That's probably the best word I can tell you. I was dumbfounded and heartbroken. And so Donors Choose, they did reply to my email telling me, but the email basically said that she's going to send my email to another person who can probably help me better. So, but like, if I don't get a response from him today, I'm actually going to email, because my order's through Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is one of the partners with DonorsChoose.org. So I'm going to email Amazon Prime directly, and then if I have to, I'm going to actually email Wayfair, who is the vendor. And you've probably even heard of Wayfair. Wayfair is actually a huge furniture company. So, but Wayfair is the vendor who sells these tables. I'm going to even email them saying, hi, you know, my name is Tina, I am a teacher, and this is my situation, and please, for the love of God, can you help me somehow? Because I sincerely need my furniture. I sincerely need my furniture, and I really don't want to buy other stuff with this money, because, you know, they're like, oh, well, just go shopping and buy something else. You know, this is the money you raised. You know, buy something else you need for your classroom. And it's like, you don't understand. People have invested in my room, so, you know, I can't just go on a shopping spree and buy other things for the classroom. I have to have these. So I will keep you updated on the table situation. But yeah, I mean, I had to go through the room. I had to take all the Post-it notes off the tables. I had to wash the word garbage off the 6 desks that had the word garbage written on top of them. I had to email all my coworkers saying, sorry, all those desks I know you guys are waiting for, you can't have them now. So it's just been, that was a huge mess. It was really, because I had 3 teachers waiting to get their hands on some of these desks. So, yeah, that's a bummer. That was a real bummer. Because one of the reasons I also want the tables I chose is because they're pods of 4. And I like that. I really like having 4 at a table. And like really the only alternatives on that I can find that would be large enough to accommodate my students are like long folding tables, which in my opinion are never really that comfortable. And then they're like folding chairs. And I'm sorry, but you know, I've been at PDs where I've sat in a folding chair all day. My back feels like it's breaking. They're the most uncomfortable chairs in the whole wide world. I don't want to subject my children to sitting at, you know, long folding tables with folding chairs and having them sit here in pain. You know, yes, these desks are broken and not very good, but at least the seats are comfortable. And, you know, they don't have body aches by the end of the day. So that's that situation. And I'm going to stop talking about that now because I'm bumming myself out. So back to something happier. I finished decorating the room. I mean, I'm finished, done, no more decorating. I'm going to do like a quick little circle around the room here. I'm going to start over here. And you will see Mr. Knight. There's my bee wreath. I put it on this door because this is the door we don't really use that much. I was afraid with it being over here it was going to get damaged, and my doors open straight to the elements, so that's why the wreath is on the inside of the room, not the outside. That poster's not going to stay there, that's going to become something else. And then you've seen this, nothing new here, going around. That's actually something I do. I have to work in my library today. Coming around here, my lamps, this. And then to tie the theme in, I put a little strip of flagstone up there. It was actually so easy, and I don't know why I just didn't think of that right away. And then coming around to my teacher nook over here, got that all done. There's my my invisibility cloak hanging. So that is everything coming around. And then I did buy another lamp for over there. I love my lamps. And then I also ordered a new one of these because you guys know how much I love this last year, and one of my students in a fit of anger smashed it, which was really sad. So I did get another one of those. And so I cannot tell you how much I love the room. I really do. I think it looks amazing. Came out really, really gorgeous. I'm happy with it. So I don't have to worry about any more decorating, and I always have my bulletin boards blank for the first day of school because, you know, student work goes up there, my anchor charts go up there. The bulletin boards become created, as we go through the course of the first couple of weeks of school. Things start going up on the bulletin boards. That's why there's nothing there yet. So with that, I'm going to get working on some like actual lesson planning type stuff and some other things. I do have copying I need to do, and we do have one PD today from 8 to 11, so just 3 hours. After 11 o'clock I'll be in my room for the rest of the day. And today's PD is on building and instructional infrastructure. And I'll be totally honest, that sounds a lot like PLC. So I'm not really sure what it is. I will find out and I will let you guys know later. I'm back. Our training is over. Actually, it's been over for a little while. I've already had lunch and everything. I just ate here in the room today. I didn't want to go out to lunch. The training this morning was really on assessments and having everyone kind of fit in with the PLC training, professional learning communities. A lot of the teachers in my district, we're kind of all working in isolation. We're doing our own thing. And so the goal is to use the PLCs and to create, you know, benchmark assessments, formative assessments, and so to kind of get us all teaching the same thing at the same time. Not necessarily you must teach like each other, but, you know, in September, these are your standards you need to cover. In October, here is your standards you need to cover. And then just before report cards, here is the benchmark assessment you're going to give your students so that you can make formative assessments and, you know, reflective assessments. I like that. I really hope that this all goes well because these are actually great programs to be implementing. So I've been in my room, I've been doing a little work, I got my copies made, I was able to get all of my absent notes printed and trimmed up and separated. I also cut up my happy notes that I will be sending home, and then I dug out the books I like to use on the first day of school. This one is called Don't Laugh at Me, and it's written by Steve Suskin and Alan Shamlin, and there's a CD that goes in this, that's in this book for the music. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite books, one of my favorite CDs. The song is beautiful. I'm going to play just a very short part of it for you guys because it is copyrighted, so I'm just going to play like maybe like 15 seconds, but it's a beautiful book. it's basically saying, that we all have something going on with us. I'm thin, I'm tall, I'm short, I've got glasses, I've got, braces. Nobody's perfect. There's something wrong with everybody. And it's not necessarily that there's something wrong with us, that's just us. We're unique. We're special in our own ways. And don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. It's a beautiful book. So let me see if I can get this playing here.
Don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me.
Pause it right there. It really is a beautiful song with a beautiful message, and so this is definitely one of the books I love to share on the first day of school. And then another book I love to share on the first day of school is called this one, Nobody Knew What to Do, a story about bullying, written and illustrated by Becky. Sorry about that. One of my coworkers popped in to compliment me on the wreath. They love the wreath. So as I was saying, this book is written by Becky Ray McCain, and it's a very powerful story. It's a story about a boy named, I want to say his name is Ray in the story. Is it Ray? Yes. So through the whole book, Ray is being targeted, and a select group of kids is just picking on him, starting fights with him, making fun of him, basically tormenting this poor little boy. And there's other kids in the room who see it happening, but they don't know what to do. And so they're afraid. They're afraid because they think, if I step in to help Ray, do I become the next victim? So finally, in the end, there is a resolution with the teachers and the parents. So this is definitely one of my first day reads. Between these two books, I like to tackle bullying right away. I like to tackle, teasing and just mean kind of things right away. I want my class to realize that when we're here, we're a family. And, just like your brothers and sisters, they can drive you crazy. There are days that you want to strangle them. But at the end of the day, if someone was beating your brother or sister up, you would protect them. You would intervene. That's the kind of family I want us to have here. Are there going to be days where you guys get on each other's nerves? Of course. But does that mean that you hate each other? No, it just means that today you're getting on each other's nerves. Tomorrow will be a better day. Also, I want the children to know that if something is going on, there is a way to get help. They don't have to suffer in silence. Because teachers know, the bullying, it doesn't happen in front of our eyes. It happens on the playground. It happens at lunchtime. It happens in specials classes. It happens in the bathrooms. Kids are really good at making sure no one's seeing what they're doing. So I like to do what I can to make my students bully-proof, as I like to call it, and to know who to turn to and what to do when something's going on. And then also, one of the things I will be making an anchor chart for on the first day of school is stop, talk, walk. And that kind of goes along with our PBIS, that, if something is happening and maybe you were playing with someone and it started off just as fun, but little by little it's getting on your nerves, and now you're getting angry, and now you're getting offended. Stop. Talk to the person who is pushing your buttons, and then walk away. So that will be one of the anchor charts that literally goes up in the room for trying to deal with those hothead issues in the room where the kids are constantly butting heads. Because if you ever want to see a bunch of teachers take off running, just announce loudly that the secretary has unlocked the supply closet. You will see a lot of teachers grab their requisition slips and a pen, and they're literally writing and walking at the same time. So I did get a few items from the supply closet, not a lot, just a little bit here. But I got some boxes of two pocket folders, some extra pencils to add to the ones I already have over there, and some construction paper. We got pink, blue, red, yellow, orange, and brown. I could not find any black or white, and black and white construction paper is the ones I tend to use the most. And then here are the supplies that I bought. 40 boxes of crayons, a dozen packs of colored pencils, which I used to love for math. I did buy some pencils here, plus I have some left over from last year. 45 big pink erasers, and then these are the things that my boys tomorrow when we come in, they need to stuff even more papers into those take-home folders over there, because if there's one thing I've trained my boys to know how to do, it's to stuff a folder. So they will be doing that tomorrow, because I know I said I didn't want to come tomorrow if I could avoid it. I need to come in tomorrow. I actually need to go shopping after I leave here today because I need bags. I need one bag for every desk. So I'm probably just gonna buy, like, if I could just buy like white paper lunch bags, that would be perfect. And then I found a printable that has like little Harry Potter ties on them in the 4 house colors. So I might put a tie on each bag and then like roll down the top. So we'll see about that. So I need bags, and then tomorrow I'll have the boys stuff the folders and put the assorted items in the bags that I want on every student's desk when they first walk in. So that's here. So that needs to be done. Right now I am working on getting my schedule up on the wall. Oh, and I just realized it's very dark in here because I have the lights off. I just have the windows and the lamps on. So I'll turn on the lights so it's not so dark. There, it's probably better. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm getting the schedule up on the wall and rewriting that, because that always, it's funny, it's such a simple task and yet it always seems to take forever to get this up. And here's a quick breakdown of our day. From 8 o'clock to 8:35 we will have breakfast, read aloud, and attendance. From 8:35 to 10:45 will be daily 5. Science or social studies will be from 10:45 to 11:35. Then we have lunch from 11:40 to 12:15. Math is 12:20 to 1:35. Then we have our specials from 1:37 to 2:17. Language arts will be 2:20 to 2:45, except for on Fridays, which will be early dismissal. And then from 2:45 to 2:59 will be our circle time or classroom meeting / wrap up, whatever you want to call it. So that's the entire day, and I like the schedule. I think it looks pretty good, and I am excited. My principal approved my going in March to the Michigan Reading Association's 61st Annual Conference. I'm really excited about that. It's a 4-day conference in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and the sisters from Daily 5 are going to be there, along with a whole bunch of other experts in literacy and what's new in reading, and I'm so excited to go to that. So he said I could go, and he's working right now to see if the district will cover the cost of, and the battery died. As I was saying, I'm hoping the district will pay for the sub for Friday and Monday that I will miss. Otherwise I'll have to use personal days. I'm paying for the conference because the district has their own PD schedules that they're on target to accomplish, and I have to say I love the PD that the district's brought in this year. They've brought in some really great stuff and I'm on board. So this conference that I want to go to and that Susie wants to go to as well is above and beyond what the district is requiring of us. So we would end up like splitting the cost of a hotel, and then we'll pay to go to the conferences ourselves. But yeah, I'm really excited to go to this. It looks like it's gonna be so fun, and there's gonna be so many people there, and just really great presenters. I'm just, oh, it's gonna be awesome. So very excited about that. And then my field trips were approved. So I've been really busy today taking care of like clerical work and paperwork and working on some lesson planning and trying to get things done. So that's what I've been doing so far. And then tonight, like I said, a quick shopping trip to get paper bags or some kind of bag or something to put all their stuff in. So that's what I will be doing tonight. And with that, I will check in with you guys a little later.